in place. But I feel strongly there's a vacuum. There's a gray area that has not been covered when it comes to medical tourism, when it comes to telemedicine. But I'm happy to be able, at least, you know, to add my voice on this one. Thank you, Mr. Speaker.
Senator Nyutu.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker, for the opportunity to make my contribution to this bill. And I want to start by saying that I support this bill, Mr. Speaker, because of several reasons. One, Mr. Speaker, in this country we have had problems, not only in health, but in each and every other sector, Mr. Speaker, about misplaced files. And so, Mr. Speaker, medical data being important the way it is data that we may not afford to lose, Mr. Speaker, and that is why I support this. Mr. Speaker, we have had instances in hospitals where patients, where doctors prescribed medication that was not fit for people maybe living with some conditions, Mr. Speaker. And I say this because I am a victim. I lost my father in 2014 when a doctor prescribed drugs that were not supposed to be consumed by a patient with diabetes, Mr. Speaker. And Mr. Speaker, had there been information digitally, I think the doctor would not have made that mistake. And so, Mr. Speaker, when we have medical records digitized, Mr. Speaker, this will translate even to the safety of patients. Mr. Speaker, some people have allergies. And again, when this information is not captured, it affects patients, Mr. Speaker. And so when we have information brought together digitally that at the click of a button, any doctor or any medic will be able to see the history, you know, the conditions of each and every patient, Mr. Speaker, that they are treating. And so if not for anything else, Mr. Speaker, I think this is a very good bill for that. Mr. Speaker, some illnesses are hereditary. They are in our genes. When information is on papers, on cards, sometimes, again, this information could get lost, and doctors will struggle, you know, taking the history of a patient every time that they are seeing a patient. So, Mr. Speaker, I think it will also save on doctors' time, that they do not have to take history all the time, that every different doctor that sees a patient that has been seen by another doctor will not have to take history again. It will just be there. And Mr. Speaker, this will be of utmost importance. Mr. Speaker, many people will acquire knowledge and information and die with it when their time to die comes, because it is appointed for every man to die one day. I wish I could be excluded from that. Mr. Speaker, we have people who have information, and if they do not put the same in books, they die with it, Mr. Speaker. And so when we digitize this information, medical information, then it means that any information, any knowledge that has been in possession of any medic and so captured that this information and knowledge will, Mr. Speaker, benefit others that come later, and we do not have to keep reinventing the wheel, Mr. Speaker. Mr. Speaker, we have seen old people Some people may not be very old, but some people may not be very literate, Mr. Speaker. And when they have conditions, they just produce books, cards, and tell you these are the cards, the records from hospital and what have you. So the information regarding to their health, to their conditions, then is not confidential, Mr. Speaker. And nothing can be more embarrassing.
Senator Omogeni.
Mr. Speaker, thank you for giving me an opportunity to support, to make my contribution to this bill. And Mr. Speaker, I want to assure the whip that where the president makes a proposed law that I think is not progressive, I'll oppose and oppose vigorously. But where the proposal is progressive and Mr. Speaker, can I be protected, Mr. Speaker?
Order, senators. Order, senators. Order. Senator Boni. Senators, let us have order.
Mr. Speaker,
the matter of oversight are not in the hands of Commissioner Omogeni.
Mr. Speaker,
allow him to represent the people of Nyamira.
Yes.
Adequately. Order, senators.
Mr. Speaker, between oversight and the money in the account is one Cherargei. If you can withdraw the case he has filed, together with
Senator Omogeni, stop drawing yourself to that debate.
The money will be in the account.
You will not win it. Just now, proceed to make your contribution.
Mr. Speaker, speaking on behalf of the people of Nyamira, this is a very progressive bill.
What is the point of order, Senator Fernandi?
Mr. Speaker, I know the commissioner might have landed today. He has been away for too far. Mr. Speaker, is it in order understanding 103 of the standing order to discuss matters that are in court, Mr. Speaker? And to even point me out, Mr. Speaker, it's not even me. It is the institution that is in Parliament, and in which matter? He is a learned senior that should be well-versed in such matters.
Senator,
can you withdraw and apologize to me, Mr. Speaker?
Senator Fernandi, I think